Hola students, I hope you guys are doing very well. Now I have come here to address the elephant in the room. One of the most controversial topics that we have, wherein we just don't know when to start, how to start, when is it a good time to start. So I'm here to help you navigate through all of this chaos, ये जो दिमाग में खिचड़ी बनी रहती है कि कब करना है, and know what potential the mocks have and what is it that you can do in terms of being able to master the technique of mocks and ultimately find your way to the NLUs. So without much further ado, let us begin with the topic that we have, which is when is it a good time to start giving mocks? Mocks dena kab chalu karna chahiye? Now, beginning with, if you have asked this question to yourself, you are in the right headspace. Because if you are thinking और इफ यू आर बिगनिंग टू पॉन्डर अराउंड इट कि मॉक्स देने हैं बट थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, एंजाइटी हो रही है, गुड स्टफ. बट अगर इफ यू आर नॉट इवन क्लोज टू दिस एंजाइटी, दिस फीलिंग, then of course that itself is troubled waters. So we need to know that our headspace is going to be right, and sometimes flipping the script also helps. So it's not when you should give the mocks, it's actually for how long can you afford to delay the mocks. कब तक आप delay कर सकते हो, पता करते हैं. Now, mocks are not the final exams. The first thing that we always have to understand is mocks are practice. If you don't give the mocks, you will never know what you are and where you are. And on the day of the CLAT, आपके पास इतनी गलतियां करने के चांस नहीं होंगे. It is going to be your one sure shot that you have. So you cannot experiment there, you can't go wrong there. So where can you go wrong? Where can you be a better version of yourself? It will have to be the mocks. They are the practice arena, as it is rightly said. The glitch detector, they're going to tell you kahan gadbad chal rahi hai, which are the areas you need to focus on, which are the areas you can let go. They are the real time mirror. They will reflect on your weaknesses, on all things around you. So today, we are going to break down all of the myth around the mock timing and show you how exactly is it that the mocks can do wonders for us. Now, generally, students delay क्यों करते हैं? Why do we tend to delay the mocks? So let's be real. Most of them delayed why? Because I haven't finished the syllabus. You feel कि syllabus नहीं खत्म हुआ है तो mocks कैसे करेंगे? But you have to know till the last day also syllabus तो कभी finish नहीं होगा तो क्या mocks नहीं देंगे? And mocks are a real time, Xerox of what the CLAT paper is going to look like. So best is to start early. I'll give the mock once I'm ready. So a lot of people tend to think जब मैं ready हो जाऊंगा तब मैं mock दूंगा. You will never be ready. You will always have to push yourself to be able to take that extra mile. Mocks demotivate me यार. Obviously mocks के score आ जाएंगे 20 नंबर, 25 नंबर, 30 नंबर. You'd be like इतना मेहनत करके क्या number आया? So you get demotivated and you're like, let's not, touch base with anything which is going to bring a sadness. What if I scored bad? Now, this is a constant fear that looms in our head. We think that what if I'm going to score bad? What is going to happen then? But guess what? That's like saying, I'll start going to the gym once I'm fit. That's as good as, all these procrastinations are exactly what it is. आप gym fit होने के बाद थोड़ी जाओगे, fit होने के लिए जाओगे. तो mocks आप क्यों दोगे? क्योंकि आप prepare होना चाहते हो. You will not begin to give it once you are prepared. So mocks aren't just for testing, they're for training. Please understand there's a difference. They will test you eventually, but in the starters, they are going to be the one wherein you can train the best. So the low scores, it's okay. The feedbacks, they're not failures. लो स्कोर करोगे तभी तो पता चलेगा ना ये एरिया गड़बड़ है. This is where I need to get better. Because if you don't score low, sorry, then how will you know where is the weak section that you're in, right? So now let's see what mocks actually tend to do. They help us with accuracy. So you spot where you're going wrong. Very important. Nobody is going to do that for you, but the mocks will. Speed. You learn time hacks. Speed is the utmost and the most, respectable thing in the paper. If you don't have speed and if you don't have a strategy to yourself, you could be the brightest of the mind, but you will not be able to perform in the CLAT paper. So you will have to make sure that your speed is fine-tuned. Composure, the mental state, the calmness that we have to be in is also a very important ingredient. So we get used to the pressure that happens. Self-analysis. Analysis करते हैं तो सिर्फ पेपर का ही नहीं होता है, हमारे टेम्परामेंट का, हमारे attitude का, all things around it are what are analyzed. So you learn what you need to work on. And this is not going to be uniform. This is to each his own. So also by giving the mocks, what happens is you build a paper stamina. There's a 2 hour paper which is heavy on reading. You think it's very easy. You might, on the face of it, it might look like a simple idea. But to sit through for 2 hours in that pressure environment and read, not a simple task, guys, at all. So endurance, जो आपका mental endurance है, वो mock से ही बढ़ेगा. And only then will you be able to achieve what you desire. And for all of that, consistent mock giving is a prerequisite. Now, so when should we actually start? कब start करना चाहिए? The best time is now. Don't delay any further. Don't procrastinate. Don't be like, okay, मुहूर्त निकाल के इस दिन से चालू करेंगे. नहीं. Start now. So even if you've just covered 30 to 40% of the syllabus or anything lesser, it's okay. Chill. Mock दो फिर भी, right? Start with maybe one mock every 15 days. If you think every week is too tough, well, I'd suggest हर हफ्ते दो, क्योंकि हर Sunday होता है. But okay, 15 days के लिए. Just to test the waters, you have to know what you are landing on to. Don't even focus on the scores. Focus on the pattern. The first initials have to be all about, being able to prep up. कौन सा section पहले करना चाहिए? Which is the one you should let go? How should you be doing? How much time should you spend? Should you just go read and come? Should you do nothing in the paper? All of these things are what can be tested. So make a mock mistake tracker. Very important. If you don't make a tracker, you will never know what the mocks are teaching you. So there has to be a timeline manner in which you're going to know what exactly is it going to be. So if the topics are messed up, there are silly errors, you've guessed it wrong, everything needs to be accounted for. So that every time you do a mock, you make a newer mistake, you don't make the old mistake. And what is the golden rule? The earlier you fail in mocks, the less likely you are to fail in the actual prep. So go goof up as much as you can in the mocks, because in the actual paper, it's sure that you will not be doing that. So how to start giving mocks? It's pretty easy. The first step is pick a mock with a pattern similar to your exam, right? So it could be any of it, whichever be the mock that's coming up or whichever be the exam that you are preparing for. Second, time yourself in real slot. It has to be in the time in which the exam happens, which is why every Sunday we do a CLAT mock from 2 to 4, right? There has to be a post mock routine. What is going to be the routine here? You will figure out what went wrong. You will figure out what took you so long. What do you think seems to be going wrong? You know your stuff, but still those things go wrong. And the last is you will maintain an error log, which is going to be accessible to you anytime, anywhere, and there is where you're going to pinpoint your mistakes. So make columns of date, score, accuracy, silly errors, and learnings. This is a very, very good insight to keep. And with this, you will always be together in your approach. Now, some brutal facts. Marks don't lie. You might, but the marks will never lie. They will be the truest reflection of where your performance is. So a lot of students are shocked in the real paper, not because they weren't smart, but because they did not simulate. So it's very important that you keep simulating the exam day every time. So mocks are going to help us know which topic we are weak at, what our real speed is, and where do we begin to lose focus. And this error detection can be done, and error rectification can also be done when you do your mocks. So no matter how much you study, if your exam game isn't sharp, you will not hit your potential. Right? Now, I know it bothers us. What if I get a low score? What if I'm not able to do really well? That's the point, which is why in the mocks you are allowed to fail. In the paper, you are not allowed to fail. So what is the topper mindset every time? Every answer in the mock that goes wrong is one less mistake in the real paper. So embrace your mistakes. Be open to it. Don't be criticizing to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. It's not about how you start. It's always about how you tend to learn. So your mock score today isn't your rank. It is your direction compass. It'll help you navigate. It'll help you know where exactly should you be pressurizing yourself more. The real talk at the end of it, I'd just like to wind up by saying, don't wait, guys. If you're watching this and you still haven't started the mock, promise me that you are going to start with the mocks starting today. It does not have to be perfect. You just have to start with it. Just get done with it, right? And because once you start, you will unlock your real prep momentum, your focused revision, and your reduced fears of the unknown. So your sense of anticipation will gradually wear down. And you know what the best part is? You will begin to start trusting your preparation more. So it's an actual glow up. It's going to be like this actual radiance that's going to come. So now let's all make a pledge to start the mock. And when is it the right time to start? Today. So we need to be stop get being ready for the mock, and we need to get ahead with it. So don't wait for the syllabus to end. Don't wait to feel confident. Give your first mock today and build the beast mode from there and smash it like you're going to give it one of your actual papers. So there should be no stopping you now, and the mocks will always be the real picture. You've got this, guys. And I have all the faith in you that once you start giving in the mocks, you are going to be a force to reckon. You are going to be unstoppable. That's it from my guys. I hope this was motivational enough for you to get up and start giving the mocks. I would really be hoping, with my fingers crossed, that this Sunday is going to be the very Sunday wherein you will do your inaugural mock, and from there is going to be no looking back. If you like the video, you know what to do. Please hit the like button. Share it with like-minded people who are stuck in this loop, in the dilemma, and they don't really know when to start. Write it in the comment box if this has helped you in any way, or if there's any further video that you want me to make which is going to really help you with that. I'm going to see you guys next time with another hot topic. But until then, this is very important for your preparation, and I hope this gives you some direction. Thank you so much.